Hi and welcome to Vulkan from Zero to Hero. In this section, we are going to take a look at Vulkan SDK and we will learn how to set up a development environment for Vulkan. In this video, we are going to learn how to run your first Vulkan sample with your codes. Welcome back. As I've mentioned before, this video is about running your first Vulkan sample with your codes. So let's get started. First, open your Xcode. Then create a C++ console project. Let's call it Hello Vulkan. And make sure C++ is selected. Set a breakpoint here. Let's build and run your project. Now you must see Hello World on output. It's time to link Vulkan headers and frameworks to your project. Delete this breakpoint. Okay, go to build settings. Let's search framework and make sure all is selected. Okay, here you need to specify path of Vulkan framework directory. So just open Vulkan SDK, go to Mac OS folder, get the path of this directory, just drag it to terminal, and we need this path, get the path of this directory, and then paste it here. Actually, we need the parent directory, so remove vulkan.framework. Now add additional include headers. Do it like the previous one. Copy this path, search include, open header search path, and then paste it here. Just change framework to include. Actually, we linked our project to this folder in order to access Vulkan header files. Now go back to your code. Let's include Vulkan header for C++. Before anything, you need to link Vulkan framework to your project. Select General, and from here add your framework. Build your project again. Now run it, and we will face a runtime error. Actually, the problem is that the Vulkan framework image couldn't be found by the executable file. Okay, go to File, Project Setting, Advanced, and relate output files to your workspace path so we can find the output files easily. This is our executable file. It needs Vulkan framework in order to run. So copy your framework here. Just go back to your project and then run it again. And this time you won't get any error. It means that the program has loaded the framework successfully. Until now, we've linked Vulkan headers and libraries to our project. As I've mentioned before, MoltenVK is an implementation of Vulkan instructions based on Apple Metal instructions. So you need to add the following frameworks to your project, because obviously they are needed by MoltenVK. The first framework is IOSurface. The next one is Metal. libc++. Also, you will need Quartz Core later, but I'm not going to add it right now. Let's build project again. Okay, everything seems fine. Take a look at the output console. You should get a message saying MoltenVK was initialized successfully. Now let's write some codes. First of all, I need to create a simple Vulkan example. Just create the very necessary object for Vulkan programming, which is Vulkan instance. Let's call it _Vulkan instance. We need Vulkan instance create info structure in order to create a Vulkan instance. Don't worry, we will talk about it in details in our next chapter. It's better to choose shorter names. Now call vkCreateInstance function, which needs the following parameters. The first one is vkInstanceCreateInfo. The next one is a callback. We can skip it though. It's not needed. Thus set null pointer for it. And finally, a pointer to instance object. This function comes back with a result, which is a type of vk result. This is an enum. If the result is equal to VK success, it means everything is okay. But if the function fails, we will output failed message. Make sure to free resources of this instance by calling this method vk destroy instance. Set a breakpoint here. Let's build it and then run it. We've got an error that indicates something is wrong. Actually, we've got error incompatible driver, and program must output failed. Don't worry, in Mac OS, Vulkan framework needs to know the path of Vulkan libraries. We need to get path of this JSON file. From a schema, add an environment variable with the following value, the path to the JSON file. Let's debug the project again. And yes, this time Vulkan instance is created. As shown here, Molten VK was initialized, so did Metal. Continue debugging and you will get the success message. Nice! This is your first Vulkan programming project on Mac OS. In the next video, we are going to learn how to initialize Vulkan device.